For our second featured match, we're at Highbury for the London derby between Arsenal and Chelsea. After Manchester United's 1-1 draw against Bolton, its side have a real chance of closing the gap still further between the two teams. At the moment it's 5 points. Victory today would make it just 2. Arsenal, though, have had the upper hand over their West London rivals this season. When the two teams met in the league at Stamford Bridge in September, the Gunners were 3-2 winners, thanks to a late Nigel Winterburn goal. Just a few weeks ago, Arsenal won 2-1 in the first leg of the League Cup semi-final. With the second leg still to be played, today's outcome could have a major bearing on the rest of the season for both teams. Arsene Wenger has decided not to risk Ian Wright from the start, so Nicola Anelka remains up front with Dennis Bergkamp. Lee Dixon also has to make do with a place on the bench. Mark Overmars will be looking to continue his recent good form that's seen him score 5 goals in his last 6 games. Ruud Gullit's latest team sees Gianluca Vialli continue his partnership with Mark Hughes up front. Gianfranco Zola and Torre Andre Flo have to sit it out on the bench. After the game, Dutch keeper Ed de Hoy will be joining his fellow countrymen in America on international duty, along with Overmars. Our commentator at Highbury is Paul Dempsey.
And Chelsea looking today to regroup after a dodgy month. That hammering at home by Manchester United in the FA Cup. They were forced all the way by Ipswich in the Coca-Cola League Cup round 5 just 3 days later. A reverse at Everton in the league. But it's Chelsea who get us underway from right to left, attacking the old North Bank. This round 3 of a 4-round contest for the undisputed Football Championship of London. Arsenal won at Chelsea early season in the league. Round 2 also to Arsenal with the Coca-Cola League Cup semi-final first leg victory here. A night when Arsenal simply destroyed Chelsea in the first half. Chelsea admitted they weren't at the races. Somehow they kept the damage down to 2 goals, and in the second half Chelsea worked their way back into it. So it's still all to play for on the cup front. Now Anelka just tripped Frank Leboeuf from behind. Arsenal feel they're starting to get a lot more of a physical presence out of Nicolas Anelka. Not wishing to put too fine a point on it, they felt early season he was just too soft. England's coach Glenn Hoddle is just one of the interested spectators here today. Michael Dewberry won the challenge. Plenty of power from Dewberry. Now I think Tony Adams has got a problem here, and also Dewberry down injured in the opening minute or 2. Tony Adams looks to me to have dislocated a finger, and that's why he knocked the ball into touch. That shouldn't be a big job for a physiotherapist. Dewberry got a bang on the head from Grimondi. This time it's Jude Grimondi who's needing attention. And Lee Dixon immediately starts to warm up. Disappointed not to be back in the starting lineup, Dixon. So too Ian Wright. But this is the man replacing him. Anelka, and a slip by Leboeuf lets him in here. Brilliant work from Ed de Hoy. Anelka may get a second chance. Taken off his toe by Charvet. Arsenal take the lead as Chelsea's defending lets them down again. Stephen Hughes. All he had to do was follow up after one initial dreadful error by Leboeuf. And even though de Hoy made a splendid save spreading himself first time, Anelka kept the pressure on, and all Hughes had to do was follow up, and with that sweet left foot of his, he gives Arsenal the early advantage. Well finished indeed. And problems early on here for Graham Rix on the right of your screen, the assistant to Ruud Gullit. Rix, Arsenal star in his playing career. Off the top of Petit, and Vialli seemed to be pulled back by Bold. Chelsea free kick. Just for a moment, Luca Vialli got in the wrong side of Stevie Bold, and perhaps a let-off. Referee's interpretation, not in a goal-scoring position, but a professional foul, yellow card. Chelsea players wrongly, I have to say, trying to extract maximum punishment from The referee, Dermot Gallagher, on bowl. It's a free kick, good position. Dennis Wise is an option. Graham Lasso on his left foot, certainly an option here. It's Wise. Tried to be clever and go under the wall as it jumped. Now, yellow card. Either to Parler or Hughes, let's see. Parler probably for coming out of the wall before the ball was kicked. Encroachment. Second yellow for Arsenal in a minute. Same position, same free kick. Is it the same routine? It's Leboeuf. Deflection just wide of Maniga's left post. I always feel it could go anywhere from there. It's hit with power up to T, actually. Good spell for Chelsea. Near post corner, well held by Maniga, right on his line. Fine corner routine from Chelsea. It really starts to feel, this Arsenal-Chelsea game over the last 2 or 3 years really starts to feel like a big derby game, local rivalry and intense desire for victory. Maybe having an edge now that it hasn't had for 20 or 30 years, this one. Vialli. Hughes and Winterburn did the job between them. Words of consolation from Vialli to his fellow Italian, Marco Zola. Vialli knows what Zola's going through. He suffered it all last season, in and out of the side, and then didn't play for a long, long time. Newton. Everybody in Arsenal's half, but Chelsea have yet to create a chance. Maybe now, Petrescu from the back. It's a great ball over the top, and a great run. Superb pass from Leboeuf. Stephen Hughes, the first half goal scorer. His strike divides the sides. Bergkamp away from Leboeuf. And a good recovery from the Frenchman. Withstood considerable first half pressure. What a time it would be for them to extend their lead. Aimed at Adams. Charlotte got a good head on it for Chelsea. Stephen Hughes for Arsenal. Did brilliantly. Wrestling match between Eddie Newton and Nicholas Anelka, and I think it's an Arsenal decision by fall and a submission. Bergkamp with the free kick. Adams again forward, he's gone around the back and he got there. This could be two! It's the old Arsenal routine, and one of the young boys gets a first half double here. 42 minutes gone. Stephen Hughes is second and Arsenal second. The head to provide the clinical finishing touch after Tony Adams brilliantly won the ball at the back post. Grimandi slides it down the side for Anelka, and well read by Ed De Hoy, but I don't think De Hoy feels he had enough protection today from the defenders in front of him. Anelka just arcs his run and plays himself onside cleverly by coming in front of Leboeuf. Granville had stopped looking for the offside, which didn't come. It's a little short as well, and De Hoy again. Chelsea grateful that their keeper was sharp off his line. Granville with the header back. Newton to Wise. Well, Chelsea will feel that they can play their way back into this game. They've got time to do it, but from somewhere they've got to make a chance. And frankly, you don't see an Arsenal defender making the sort of mistake that Frank Leboeuf made early on for Chelsea. Here's space for Mark Hughes. Would have been a great goal if it had gone in, and haven't we seen him score some wonderful volleys in his career? Amazing first touch by Hughes. Second touch wasn't so good. Needs a goal today. 8 for the season for Mark Hughes. Anelka. Never troubling De Hoy. But again, another anxious glance from De Hoy at the space that Anelka gets here on the edge of the box. Here's Wise, Chelsea. Overmars beginning to find space down this left-hand side since Chelsea reorganised. Dubry's the defender. Where's the cover? Down he goes. Well, after a quiet beginning, Mark Overmars is starting to worry Chelsea. Now that looked an interesting case. This close-up might tell us more. Which does Dubry make contact with first? It's very close. David Platt. Petit. Ian Wright takes over. Offside against Bergkamp. One wonders also from Chelsea's point of view the absence of Steve Clarke today, an unfussy, quiet professional, but club captain and a senior member of the squad. And he's featured in a back three most of the season for Chelsea. Clarke's absence certainly created one or two selection dilemmas for Chelsea today, and the flat back four they've employed here has been exposed at the important moments. Here's Wright, looking to rub salt in Chelsea's wounds. Dubry's the defender. He's got past him. Went for glory. Looking sharp. Xavi did well to match strides with Hughes. That's interesting. That would have caused some amusement, certainly, for Holland going into World Cup year if Bergkamp had beaten De Hoy from 15 yards inside his own half. Five minutes left, and frankly, it's a case really of playing down the clock here. Almost feel that at this stage that Chelsea have set up a damage limitation. Let's have another look at this. It wasn't, in fact, 15 yards, but maybe 5 yards inside his own half, but with the ankle, it's well over 50. He made about 45 of them, but not the last 5 to really embarrass his international teammate. A double in the first half from Stephen Hughes has sealed this London derby victory for Arsenal. Chelsea will get the chance for an early revenge. Dennis Bergkamp gets a yellow card. We're still going to play on. Everybody in the ground thought it was a full-time whistle. And the niggly confrontations continue. 3 yellow cards apiece. In fact, 4 for Chelsea and 3 for Arsenal. Now it is full-time. And it is that brace by Hughes, and it's Stephen Hughes of Arsenal who leads the Gunners to a comprehensive victory. A 7th away league defeat for Chelsea puts their title ambitions into stark perspective. A great day for the Gunners. At Highbury it finished Arsenal 2, Chelsea 0.